My incoming box has been piling up the last month or two, and I thought it was time for another pickups video. Stuff I've been collecting this summer. First, I went on vacation at the beginning of June, and during that period I collected a bunch of NES stuff, and I actually found a stack that I didn't mention in my last pickups video. I've also added some stuff on top of that since then. First, I found two NES Advantage controllers. I already had one, but I couldn't pass these up at the cost they were getting. $10 each. That's a good deal, and it's really not that much more than what people are getting for the regular boring controllers around here. And they're both in really good condition. So I'll either use them or maybe use them for trade later, but I couldn't pass up these. It's too good of a deal. In terms of cartridges, I found myself a copy of Ghosts and Goblins. One of the harder games for the system. I finally got an actual copy. I think it was already on the NES mini console they released a few years back, and I've got one of those, but I wanted to get a cart for it, and this was a decent price. I also got a copy of Adventure Island. I never played it, but I've definitely heard of it. Thought it would be good to grab. I found an unlicensed game at the flea market. A game called Deathbots. The label's a little rough, but hey, the game works. I'll play it. Got a couple of sports games. I got NES Play Action Football. Can't say I'm a particularly large fan of football, but it's okay. We'll give it a try. Cyber Stadium Series Base Wars. This is a robotic baseball game of sorts. I also found Skate or Die 2 and Tetris 2. Defender 2. Well, I guess we're going with the theme of all twos here. And then Star Trek 25th Anniversary. I was a big fan of this game. I did play this on PC. I thought it was excellent. We'll see how it lines up with the NES. Found myself a copy of Archon. I got Faxanadu? Yeah, I think that's right. Copy of Solar Jetman, and The Simpsons Bart vs. the World. I know these Simpsons games aren't supposed to be particularly great, but I've wanted to collect them ever since I've started seeing people play and complain about them. So it's nice to get this one, especially at a good price. Got a couple of games for the Switch that I've been collecting. Some of these I ordered in advance, and they just sort of came in. I got Front Mission the First. Hey, I'm all for mech games. Getting one for the Switch, portable, love it. Game called Moonscars. I stumbled on this one going through the pages in Amazon. It looked interesting enough. And I found a copy of a game called Goosebumps. I guess this is related to the franchise from the 90s. I can't say I was really into that, but this game I got used somewhere for I think less than $10, so I thought I'd give it a try. I also got the latest Five Nights at Freddy's game. This is Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. I'm not very good at the Five Nights at Freddy's games, but they were fun, so happy to get this one. And just the other day I got Dead Cells Return to Castlevania Edition. I know Dead Cells was considered an amazing game. Obviously Castlevania is a popular one. This one's going to be pretty interesting, having the two sort of together. I know nothing about it. All I know is that it came in the mail, and I was happy to see it. This was going to be exciting. I had a really good run of original Xbox games at the flea market about a month and a half ago. Someone had a whole stack of these things, and generally speaking, I haven't seen a lot of Xbox in the wild lately, but when you do find them, they're usually pretty inexpensive. So I got a whole bunch of these, and I think these were like, 3 for $10 maybe, something like that. Not that these are necessarily top-tier games, but they all look pretty interesting. I got Reckless, the Yakuza Missions. I've heard this one before. I think it's mostly a racer. I got Fusion Frenzy, some sort of futuristic arena game, I guess. I guess that's what you'd call this. Outlaw Golf. And I got a copy of State of Emergency. I've heard this one a lot, actually. A lot of people seem to like this game, so now I'll give it a try. Got a Ghost Recon game, Island Thunder. I can't say I know much about the Ghost Recon series one way or the other, but I've got a game for the Xbox now, so we'll have to try it. Found myself a copy of Chess Master. I love chess. I mentioned this in an earlier video. I'm not good at it, though. I find it fascinating, and I think it's a really great game. I'm terrible at it. But this one was inexpensive, and hopefully it has some sort of a tutorial in it. Maybe I'll get a little better. I don't need to be a grandmaster, but it would be nice to be a little better. Got a copy of Ninja Gaiden. I actually think I might have had this one already, but the truth is, this was a pretty decent game, so even if it is a duplicate, which I have to double check on. I'm happy to have it because I know it's good and somebody's going to want it for trade somewhere. And I also got a copy of a game called Flatout, which is, I guess, some sort of a racer. I also got a game in the 360. I got Kane and Lynch. I know these were pretty popular, so happy to get this one. Give it a try. You play criminals type of game, I guess. We'll give it a try. I also got my first Xbox Series X stuff. I ended up getting a console not too long ago, and I think I just barely updated it. But the two games I really wanted for it, I got Jedi Survivor, which I'm still finishing up the first Jedi game. I really like it. This one's supposed to be excellent, and I finally got myself a copy of Elden Ring. I'm a huge fan of the Dark Souls games, and all the games that are similar to it, of course. So to finally get this one, and to be able to play it on like a 4K monitor, I'm so excited to play this. This is going to be great. I also found this awesome-looking Starfield controller. I wanted to have a backup for the console, of course, and then I ended up finding this, and it looks so awesome, I just ordered it. And I'm probably going to use this as my primary. Black controllers are relatively boring. Yeah, I'm happy to have it, but this is an exciting controller. Looking forward to that game when it comes out. It's probably one of the few games I'm going to buy early. Usually I wait until something, goes on sale, or I find something on the secondary market, just because my backlog is so deep. But this game, I'm really looking forward to. Really happy about it. Well, that's all I have for today. Thanks for stopping by to take a look, and hope to catch you on another video.